Hello, divine man. Hello, divine woman. And welcome to the safe space. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and help me grow my channel by liking this video, sharing it with anybody you feel may benefit from this content, and subscribing to stay up to date with any new videos that I post that talks about healing behind the scenes or anything else. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I'm actually very super excited about this topic because it has completely changed my life. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, I'm trying to contain my excitement right now. But so we can get started, I want you to go ahead and take a moment and take a few breaths, okay? I want you to make sure I want to make sure we are aligned in the same energy so you can get the most out of this information that I'm about to share with you. All right, so let's take about 3 deep breaths. Okay, had to ground myself a little there. So, have you ever heard about there's a saying have you ever heard the saying that says we're all royalty? We are all royalty. Give you a second to think about it. Okay, if you haven't heard that saying, we are all royalty. Okay, so now you've heard it. And it can show up for people in different ways. Maybe you are related to the royal family, maybe you're a Christian and you're a child of God. There's many different ways that can go, okay? But in this moment, in this space, it's just going to be a statement. Religion aside, bloodline aside, we are all royalty, okay? We are kings and queens. We are emperors and empresses. And as you are finding your way, you're a prince, you're a princess. You know what I'm saying? We are all royalty. So with that being said, I want you to take a moment and visualize royalty. What comes up when you think about royalty? When you consider yourself, what would you call it? What do you think you would be? Do you think you would be a prince or a princess? Do you think you would be a queen or a king? Do you think you would be an empress or an emperor? Whatever pops up for you, I want you to think of that specific position, okay? That position in the royal court. Regardless of what you have chosen. And I want you to visualize this. Close your eyes and visualize this. Imagine you in your royal robes. Imagine you in your court. You're in your big room in this position. Are you on a throne? Are you not on the throne? Do you have your help, right? Your I guess bride, no. I was about to say bridesmaids. We're not getting married right now. We ain't talking about marriage over here. I meant to say handmaids, okay? So your servants, your attendants, all right? So imagine you have your servants, people that want to help you with everything you do. We can take it a step further. Think about coming to America, right? They have people that washed their bodies, and did all they needed to do, etc., etc. However this visual comes to you, I want you to allow that. I want you to think about that. Allow it to marinate for a little bit. Right now, while you're there, I want you to take a moment. You're still in the court. You are still in the court. And your handmaids, your helpers are there to help you. But they're not afraid of you. They actually want to help you. They want to do whatever you ask them to do. Okay? So, if you want to pause this video right now to think about it a little more, go ahead and do so. But I want you to allow this thought to consume you for a moment. Allow this visual to consume you. All right? And then pause this video if you need to. But once you have visualized this, once you can actually visualize this, I want you to keep your eyes closed and then visualize the same environment where you are, in your room, in your house, in your car, wherever you are. I want you to continue to visualize the same things, but instead of being in that court, you are now exactly where you are. Wherever your physical body is, that is where you are, and the same things that you were visualizing in the court, they're happening where you are. All right? And then pause this video if you need to. Again, it's okay. I understand. But once you visualize that where you are, I want you to listen to what I got to tell you. Whether you are a prince or a princess, whether you are a king or a queen, whether you are an emperor or an empress, wherever you are right now, listening to the sound of my voice, you should still be experiencing what it's like to be in the court. Now that you've visualized that and you now see it where you are, I want to tell you that what you're experiencing, what you're visualizing with your eyes closed, is what's happening around you every single day. Your spiritual team, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, they are there just waiting for you to delegate, to send them somewhere, to do something for you. And remember, I said they actually, the handmaids, the servants, the people that are helping you, your helpers, they actually want to help you. They're not looking at you like a tyrant. They have the highest love and respect for you. They want to see you doing good. And a lot of people don't realize this. But even though in the waking world we cannot see them, they are always there helping us. While I speak to you, my helpers are just relaxing and they're telling me what to tell you so you can visualize this even more. Okay? So let's go ahead and come back to reality. I want you to open your eyes. When you open your eyes, more than likely, you're not going to see them there anymore. But they're there. They're there. And I'm not trying to scare you or anything, because remember, they are working for your highest good. But they are there. They're the ones that alert you via your intuition, via angel numbers, via spirit animals when something is haywire. Remember, we have more than one body. We have our spiritual body, we have our energetic body, we have our physical body, which is what we see when we're in the waking world. Okay? But with our spiritual team, although we can't see them, they can see everybody else's body. They can see when something is amiss. They can see the negative thoughts. They can see the bad intentions. So when push comes to shove, they're hearing conversations that we don't hear. They're hearing thoughts that we don't hear. And when something is not going right, they're going to let you know. But they're going to tell you through your intuition. They're going to tell you through spirit animals. They're going to tell you through angel numbers. They're going to tell you through many different spiritual messages. But you got to be willing to hear it, understand it, process it, regardless of what's happening around you, regardless of what you're being spoon-fed. All right? So, going back to the fact that you are royalty and you have a spiritual team that is there to help you. When it comes to certain things, anything actually, they are literally waiting for you to ask them what to do. Unless it is necessary, they're not going to intervene. They're just going to be around you to protect you. Think about having a bodyguard that never fails. Right? They are your bodyguard that never fails. They will allow you to experience certain things so your mentality can be more aligned with where you're headed. But for the most part, they're protecting us from things that we don't even know are happening, things that we may not even know exist. And so this is why it's important to be grateful. If you hear people talk about being grateful, that is exactly why. Okay, because we have a spiritual team that is working for us and they do not stop. It's 24/7, 25/8, like Mary J. Blige said. Okay, so to prevent this video from being too long, I'm going to go ahead and stop right here. But there's going to be a part 2 where I talk more about delegating. Okay, but in the meantime, I want you to just think about the spiritual team that you have around you. Get to know them, and then get ready, because in part 2, I'm going to talk about delegating. Sending you peace, love, and light. You'll be hearing part 2 from me very, very soon, so you know more about delegating. Until next time.